Have you ever had this happen? You think of someone, and suddenly they call you. Or you're staring at someone, and they turn and look straight at you. Or out of nowhere, a completely random memory appears. No reason, no trigger. And for a moment, it feels like reality just glitched. Now, individually, these are easy to explain. Psychology, coincidence, brain behavior. But when you start putting them together, something feels off. In the last video, we explored how reality behaves at its deepest level, through physics, information, and the strange rules that govern the universe. We asked a bigger question. What if reality itself is more like a simulation than we usually assume? But this time, we're not looking at the universe out there. We're looking at something closer, your experience of it. Moments that are usually explained by psychology and neuroscience, but sometimes feel like more. Try this. Stare at someone without them noticing. Wait, a few seconds later they turn and look straight at you. Science says we detect subtle cues, tiny movements, posture shifts, but sometimes there are no obvious signals. No sound, no movement, just awareness. One way to think about it, in systems, not everything is processed equally. Attention matters. What's being observed gets priority. What's not stays in the background. Think about it. When you move your mouse on a screen, the cursor responds instantly, while everything else waits. The system focuses on where your attention is. So what if being watched isn't just a feeling, but a shift in how your brain prioritizes information? As if attention itself changes what gets processed. If attention can change what gets processed, then maybe not everything is being processed equally. Then maybe this isn't just happening inside one mind. Maybe both sides, the one watching and the one being watched, are responding to the same underlying system. You're doing something normal, and suddenly a completely unrelated memory appears. A face, a place, a moment from years ago. No trigger, just there. Science links this to ongoing background activity in the brain, constantly replaying and reorganizing information. But some thoughts feel like they don't belong to the moment at all. Not chosen, just surfaced. One way to think about it, in complex systems, background processes run constantly, but only occasionally surface to the main interface. Think about it. Have you ever been working on your computer and suddenly a window just pops up? You didn't open it, you weren't looking for it, but something in the background triggered it. So what if your thoughts aren't always created in the moment, but sometimes surfacing from processes already running, like fragments of something your brain was already working on? If thoughts can surface without you choosing them, then some part of the system is already running ahead of you. And sometimes it builds entire worlds. Detailed, immersive, convincing, not all at once, but when needed, which starts to look less like random brain activity and more like something being generated. Every night, you enter another reality. You see people, places, entire stories, and it all feels real until you wake up, and it fades. You know you dreamed, but you can't fully recall it. Science suggests dreams help with memory consolidation and emotional processing, but they aren't fully stored. But then, why go to the extent of creating every detail, every emotion, an entire sense of space, only to erase it? One way to think about it, in many systems, temporary environments are created, used, and then discarded. Have you ever cleared temporary files on your computer just to free up space? So what if dreams are not random, but short-lived mental simulations that were never meant to be saved? And if entire experiences can be created and erased like that, how much of what you experience was ever meant to stay? Before we dive further into the next clue, If thoughts like these awaken that rare curiosity inside you, stay with this journey. For some, this is just information, but for others, it's the moment they realize reality has been feeling incomplete for a long time. Now imagine, you think of someone and they call you. You imagine something and it happens. Statistically, it makes sense. Given enough events, unlikely patterns are expected to occur. But when it happens to you, it doesn't feel random. It feels connected. One way to think about it, the brain is constantly looking for patterns and meaning. Think about it. Once you notice something, you begin to see it everywhere. Not because it suddenly appeared, but because your mind is now tuned to it. So what if coincidences aren't just chance, but moments where your brain connects patterns faster than you can consciously follow? And most of the time, that's enough to explain it. But sometimes, it feels like more than recognition. It feels aligned, as if events aren't just being noticed, but lining up at the moment you're paying attention, which starts to feel less like randomness and more like something responding in real time. You meet someone for the first time, and almost immediately, something clicks. Or it doesn't. You can't explain it. You don't know them, but your mind has already decided you like them or you don't. And the strange part is how certain it feels, as if the conclusion came before the experience. Research in psychology, like the thin slicing work by Nalini Ambady, shows we make fast judgments in seconds. Your brain reads subtle signals, facial expressions, tone, posture, and compares them to patterns you've seen before, all in milliseconds. But sometimes it feels stronger than that, sharper, like your mind already knows something you haven't had the chance to learn yet. One way to think about it, in complex systems, decisions aren't always conscious. They're influenced by hidden variables, signals beneath the surface. So what if that instant feeling isn't random, but your brain responding to patterns you're not consciously aware of, like the answer forming before the question fully appears? As if the system didn't wait for you to process it, it simply delivered the result, already determined before you even realized there was a decision to make. Thousands of people remember the same thing incorrectly. Not individually, collectively. A logo that never looked that way. A line that was never said. An event that never happened like that. Science calls this false memory, sometimes referred to as the Mandela effect, named after the widespread belief that Nelson Mandela died in prison in the 1980s, even though he actually passed away in 2013. Researchers like Elizabeth Loftus have shown that memory isn't replayed, it's reconstructed. But here's where it gets strange. Science explains why memory can fail, but how do so many minds fail in the exact same way? Because in connected systems, errors don't stay isolated. One way to think about it, in digital systems, stored data isn't always perfect. It gets reconstructed, updated, sometimes distorted. And in a shared network, if data gets corrupted in one place, that same error can spread across connected systems. So what if memory isn't just stored, but occasionally rebuilt from incomplete information? Like recalling a version that was never written the same way for everyone, yet ends up looking strangely identical. And if even memory can't be fully trusted, then what exactly are we experiencing? Put all of this together, your mind generates thoughts you didn't choose. You experience realities you can't remember. You sense attention without signals. You make decisions before understanding them. Most of these experiences are normal and well within how the brain works. But when you step back and look at the pattern, it starts to feel less like separate phenomena and more like a consistent way reality behaves. Things appearing when needed, responses arriving before awareness, experiences forming and disappearing, not randomly, but systematically. which raises a deeper possibility. Are you just experiencing reality or interacting with something that is continuously being processed around you? And if that's true, then these aren't just psychological quirks. They might be small glimpses of how the system actually works. Which one have you experienced the most? Which glitch felt the hardest to explain? Drop it in the comments. Let's see how many of us are noticing the same patterns. If this is a simulation, it's not perfect. And if it's not perfect, then maybe these glitches aren't errors. Maybe they're leaks. If this journey through the mind has sparked wonder in you, don't let it fade. Follow these paths with me as we continue unfolding the mysteries that connect every thought and every experience. Take care. Shannon Raj here.